Guys, it's Crystal. I'm just coming to you with my September 2025 reading wrap up. So I've read 2,593 pages. I finished 7 books, 4 physical books, 3 ebooks. My book cart started out with 91 books because I added to it. I'm down to 87 means I finished 4 books. And the first book I finished was Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which was, I gave a 3 out of 5. And then the next book I finished was Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I gave it a 2 out of 5. I did not enjoy this one. It took me forever to get through it. I just didn't enjoy it like I did the other ones. The next book I finished, those first 2 were ebooks. And then the next ebook I finished was A Torch Against the Night by Sahaba Taar. Probably not saying her name right. I'm probably butchering it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It was the second book in the series. And then the next book I read was The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is the second time I read it, but this is the first time I've read it in physical form. The last time I read it was on an ebook, and my mom bought me this book a while back, and so I wanted to read it. And it has the extra chapter with, I think, from Adam's point of view. So I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And then I finished Dreaming Spice by Lori R. King, which was a physical book. And I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's part of the Mary Russell Sherlock Holmes series. I am enjoying this series. And then I finished Tucker by Louis L'Amour. This is my grandmother's copy from a long time ago. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm going back and reading some of his books that we have. I'm enjoying his books. And then I finished, the last book I finished, this was actually a review from LibraryThings.com. I got it as an early member giveaway. It's called Time Before by Kathleen Ellis. I gave it a 1 out of 5 stars. And I don't know who told this lady that it's supposed to be a young adult. YA. Okay. And it's supposed to involve time travel. Well, how she did the time travel was really, really weird. So basically, one of the characters is stuck in the mind of another character in different time periods, which it could work, but it felt like that the characters were never separated. They just felt like they didn't have their own point of view. Well, that wasn't the problem. It was boring. It felt like it dragged, even for a book that was 136 pages. But when I was reading it, towards the end, it did not happen until, the way she was describing, okay, and I'm guessing she was trying to make it Christian fiction, but she wasn't working with it, because she was calling, like, boys and girls, like the boyfriend and girlfriend, like, special friends. And I was like, okay. But then you get towards the end of the book, and there's really descriptive content. And this is supposed to be a YA book. I mean, she was describing things that didn't need to be described. She could have left it closed door. We would have been fine with it. And then how she was doing it, and it felt like to me like, okay, so then something else comes along. Well, she basically made it feel like that she was saying that God approved of it. And I was sitting there thinking, not what you just said, no. So, I gave this one out. And since it don't have a barcode, I wouldn't even donate it to nobody. It's not going on my bookshelf. And I hate doing stuff like this, but I'm not going to keep it. And I'm not going to donate it to nobody. So, I guess it's going away. Because it was terrible. And it says she has more books. I don't want to find out. So, that's all I have. So far for October, what I'm reading is I'm still continuing Les Miserables. I've DNF'd the Scribe Message Bible. I don't like the layout of it. I've tried and I just can't get into it. But that will be given to somebody. So I am reading Wyoming Tough by Diana Palmer on my tablet through the library, Libby out. And then I'm reading Girl with the Pearl Earring. I've read that book before, like when I was in my early 20s. And it was one of the first adult books that I got into. So it's the one that got me into fiction and historical fiction and all that. So we went to one of the bookstores last year and they had it used, so I bought it. And then so my book card on there is saying 87, but I'm saying 88 because I added a new book yesterday, which my mom bought me. The special edition of Quicksilver. And so, but I know I'll probably be reading this soon. Because I got into the store, read like 100 pages of it. And I'll probably end up reading it sooner rather than later. I used to put off new books for a long time. Now I just read what I want. That's why I don't do the TBRs no more. Because I noticed it makes me, I get bored with it. And then I won't read anything. But, that's it so far. My goal for October is still 5 books. Because it's not stressful. And, so we'll see what we can do. I'll talk to y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe.